If you are absent or VIP today, which is Wednesday, January 6th, here's what you missed. So first, we only went over vocab words 4 and 5 because today was kind of full. So you'll just, in your pod, you only need to do the next two. We'll do 6, 7, and 8 tomorrow. And then we discussed the American Dream Think questions. So these were these questions here. There's nothing that you need to do at home. We just did it as a class discussion. I would just encourage you to talk to somebody at home or like compare answers with a friend, because people's perspectives on those questions are so different. Some people attribute like all of success to just like independent hard work and motivation, and some people attribute it more to like the circumstances around a person. The best way to think about why some people might not achieve the American dream is to think about Ponyboy and his family and why it would be so difficult for them to become socias. Like, what are the sorts of things that would stand in their way? So if you're struggling to understand how that ideal might not be possible for everybody, that's a good way to think about it. So there's nothing for you to do for this one. Just make sure you've actually turned it in. It was due today at 8. And then we read the New Colossus. We actually did 2 readings together, and then we did group work for the last 2, and then we'll start class tomorrow with a discussion of those. So what I asked was for everybody to have the first 4 readings done for tomorrow, and then we can discuss them. So let's talk about this. As you read, you will fill out each of the 4 readings. But I do want to talk a little bit about reading number 2. So the way that I had kids do this in class was use this dictionary tool, and they highlighted the word, and then they looked at the word in context. So there's multiple definitions of each of these words, and it's your job to figure out which one best applies. I would recommend that you shorten the definitions and make them actually make sense to you. For example, it's the one word that was like really crazy. Like that, probably not going to make a lot of sense to you. So if you need to like look up a word within a word, you can do that. But I would recommend that's how you do your definitions there. Reading number 3 is kind of the literal questions. So like when they're talking about the brazen giant of Greek fame, they are literally talking about the Colossus of Rhodes statue. So you'll answer those questions without overthinking them too much. And then for reading number 4, we're looking at an interpretation. So some of these questions ask you things like, what's the comparison and contrast between the Greek statue and the American statue? Using specific words. So what words does she use to describe each one? What attitude does this poem have toward immigrants? So is it like anti-immigrants, welcoming immigrants? What's the attitude there? Number 5 is kind of like a personal experience question. So this poem is on the base of the Statue of Liberty. Do you think it should be? Like, do you think that this attitude is appropriate for a port where people could be coming in? If so, tell me why. If not, tell me why. And then you should use evidence from like what we know about the American dream, and you should use current events, like what you see happening around you right now, particularly as it pertains to immigrants. Don't turn this in yet, because there are other things attached to it that we need to do tomorrow. So don't turn this assignment in yet. Just be ready for a discussion review for tomorrow. If you have questions on it, let me know. Happy to help you as long as you reach out. Have a good day.